Hello, I'm Leona Dooley, and this is Ebony, Ivy, and Thyme in the kitchen. Today in the kitchen, we are going to be creating a fall kitchen vignette. Now, you might wonder why. Well, Denise Jordan of This and That is hosting a huge collaboration of many creators who are also going to be creating their own kitchen vignette. And I am going to take you on the journey today of seeing how I put mine together and why I did what I did. So if you're interested, stay tuned. Hello, I'm Leona Dooley, and this is Ebony, Ivy, and Thyme in the kitchen. If you're interested in all things that are kitcheny, and all things family and children and grandchildren and delicious meals and having family and friends in, then this is the place you want to be. Celebrating fall in the kitchen of Ebony, Ivy, and Thyme. And as you know, I've been making wreaths and flower arrangements and just having a good time decorating lanterns. And if you're interested in all of that, then this is a place that you're going to want to be, because today we are going to put together a fall vignette. Now, just in case you don't know what a fall vignette is, a vignette is that little spot that you want to highlight in your kitchen or somewhere in your home. Now, my vignette is going to be actually on the counter. I have this device for my security system that I want to camouflage and make that particular area more attractive. And this particular tray serves as a great tool to be able to do that, because I can sit this device right in the tray. Now, it may be that this tray may be a little too small and I may have to go to a larger tray. We'll see along the way. But the whole idea is to get this baby decorated, and so that it doesn't stand out as being a part of the security system. Now, today's vignette is actually a part of a collaboration. And this collaboration is being hosted by Denise Jordan of This and That. Now, if you have not watched Denise Jordan on YouTube, you have missed a treat. She does all things family. She does cooking and cleaning and laundry and gives tips and reviews along the way. She also heads the Sister Circle, which is a group of creators, young creators, and some of us who have been in the business for a little while, but we also like to stick together as a group, because after all, we're sisters. And so we want to, she heads that up. And so Denise researches all kinds of tips for us to be able to improve our channels along the way. So we are going to today put this vignette together, and as I said, it is also a part of the collaboration. So without further ado, let's get down to work, because we work hard here. We love God and family, and we know without a doubt that everything else is just gravy. Stay with me. I'm putting you in a position so that you can see where the device is. And you may have one of these in your homes, I don't know. But I typically keep this tray decorated and on this counter. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to push this particular tray right up against that corner, because this is where it stays. And I want it so that I can put some things in it, and I'm not sure if everything I had planned, excuse me, to go in there will work. So let's see what we can do. First of all, in this tray, we need some type of covering. And since it's fall, I'm going to be using this fall garland. And I'm going to place that garland around the tray, put it into that tray, and I've got some little odd pieces that I'm going to stick in as well to add color. Now it may be that later I'll go back and add a little something else to it, but for now, that's where those are going to go. Now, most of the time in this particular tray, I usually have my candlesticks. And I'm going to see if I can at least get one of those candlesticks in there. Okay, so one is in. I've got the device in, and I don't think I can get another. Now, what I am going to do, the sign that I'm going to be using, because in this vignette, we have to have a tray. It has to be portable. It has to be, has to have florals and decorative things in them. And it has to have signage. Now, my signage says, "Family gathers here." What better place? This is where you come when you're coming into the kitchen. So I found this house that I just think is so adorable. So I'm going to put this house right here, I think, on the corner. So I may have to adjust the things that are in there, but you know, it's fall. Fall leaves are falling. There we go. We've got our house in, because families have some type of house, apartment, or whatever it is that you live in. Now, on this candle holder, I'm going for something new this year. I have a Yankee candle called Caramel Apple Cake. What better way to scream fall than to have caramel apple smells coming from your kitchen? So, I also, in addition to my family gathers here, which is going to be a part of this vignette, and I'll have to come over there on the other side and make sure that everything's visible and in the right place. I kind of want that centered. Families here. And in fact, I'm going to try to angle this house just a little bit. There we go. I can angle the house. Now, you're going to laugh, but I want this little, remember we had that little pumpkin that stayed there? Now I'm going to have to secure this a little bit because I don't want it to fall. And I'm going to see if I can find something to raise that house up. Let's see if we can use the top of the candle. Hey, that does it. No, it rocks. So we need something to raise that house up. So I'm going to look for that in just a second. Now, in addition to that, I want something that also represents the kitchen. So I want grapes that are going to just kind of hang over the sides because I like grapes and they say kitchen to me, but also I think they kind of say fall a little bit. So let me come over there on the other side so I can play with this. On the other side, and I'm placing in our grapes. I want them to just kind of hang right there. Now you see there was a string that was here, but I don't think I'm going to keep that string. I think I'm going to do something a little different with that. But for now, we're going to put that right there. Okay? And our grapes, whoops. Our grapes fell. So we're going to put them back in place. And keep our little leaves are going to be around as well. And I'm going to move this just a little bit. That's my dishwasher that keeps coming on. So let's see if I can turn that off. Now, You know, I had these little red grapes, but you know, they just kind of, from this direction, they just blend into the leaves. So I'm going to get a little redder grape and put that right there so that it's more visible. And since it's fall, we also need a cute little pumpkin in there. So I'm going to put my grapes there. Going to have my little pumpkin there. All right, he's going to stay right there. No one really bothers this area. And now, back to the house. Let's see what we can do. Now, we already know that we want this house to be right there. You know what? It's sitting very well. So I think we're going to leave it right there. And I'm going to do something else over here on the side. There's not enough room for me to put another candle in there. But actually, let's see if I can. This house looks like you should be able to put a candle inside, but when you look at the bottom of it, you'll see that it is just too small. So because of that, we're going to have to just keep that there. But we do want some type of light to come on, and I'm going to put that over here out of the way for the moment. Now, my little bird is always somewhere close, so I'm going to put him right there in the vignette. And I'll turn you around and bring you all the way around. And of course, we need a pumpkin on this side as well. So you'll be able to see all of this in just a moment. Now, let me get something, first of all, for the sign. And, oh my goodness, there must be ivy. I have some pieces of ivy, because after all, this is ebony, ivy, and thyme. There must be a little. And so I'm going to work this ivy into the design and put it into, because after all, ivy stays around into the cooler months. And it may wilt a little, it may look a little rough, but ivy is very strong. And that's one reason that I love it. It's hard to kill ivy. Let me tell you, it's going to be around. So there's our I can turn that around. Take it from another direction. We'll take that this way and put our grapes in that way so that the ivy shows, the grapes show. There we go. Now, all right, we've got our grapes, we've got our ivy. I'm not quite sure where our little pumpkin's going to go, but we'll see in just a moment. Down so you can see what I'm doing with the bow. I've taken the string out, and what I've done is to thread some ribbon through that hole. I hope you can see that I've threaded that through. And I'm going to, I don't think I need it quite that long. Let's see. After I tie it, I don't want the bow to be so big that it will just take over, but I'm going to tie a bit onto this vignette. So let's cut, dovetail the end, and let's tie it. Okay, now I think I want more of a bow. So I'm going to take this and there, that way to be about like that. And I'm going to wrap it. And this is at the end of the row of ribbon. So I'm just going to continue to wrap until I get to the last of the ribbon. There we go. We're almost there. And maybe it will make it to the end. Let's see, where did I start? I started right loop over. Okay, so I've got those in. I don't have as many loops as I'd like, but I usually try to have 3 per side, but unfortunately that's not working. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to give it a little notch on each side. And I'm going to use this ribbon that we had that was in there. I'm going to use that, never waste anything. I'm going to put it right in that notch. And I'm going to use it to secure the ribbon and also be a part of the bow. And it's going to look so much better. Watch. Okay, I'm going to tie here. I'm tying it as tight as I can. I'm going to put a knot in it. I'm going to go to the ends of these and I'm going to tie them off as well because I really don't want them to ravel. So there's one knot. Let's go around this side and we'll put this in. And there's the other knot. Okay, that's in. Okay, now then we're going to start to take this apart. We got our little loops. And you got some little pieces of ribbon that's in there that we'll work with in just a minute. Kind of get them turned around and we'll do a little dovetailing to them as well so that they become a part of the decor rather than having to be cut off and thrown away. Okay, there's one and there's one. There we go. How about that? A little bow for our work with this as we start to put it on. Now, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to untie this and then put this in. Now, if I wanted to add in, I could just take this, I can tie it in a bow as well. There we go. And it becomes a part of the decor. You know, I think I'm going to turn that over. How about that? Because I got a raw edge right there. So, let's turn it over. Bring it forward. You know, you just have to work with things. That's what you do when you're crafting. Alright, so let's turn it this way. And we're going to make a nice little bow here. There we go. Now, we got our bow. We got some change in texture. Okay, and this is going to connect to this. So let's get this untied. I just tried that to see if it would work. I'm going to put my bow in. And in that spot where we made the clip, that's where we're going to take this and we're going to tie. We're going to make sure that when it comes out, it's so that we can see the nicer side of the ribbon. And I got that on there securely. And this does have wire, so we can fix it up. I think I'll probably cut this just a little bit. You know, when you're first starting out, you don't know exactly how long you want those loops. But we're going to be able to, you can yank on it. It's okay. It's not going to hurt the bow. We are working with it. and going to get that baby where we want it to go. Okay, there we go. And we got a little twine that's in there that also adds to the look. Now I'm going to bring that up so we can see it. Okay, there we go. So family's gathering here. And like I said, we're going to do a little trim. Hey, there we go. Family gathers here. Now, this is going to go on our vignette. And it's just going to add that special touch. There we go. Family. That's what it's all about. All right, I'm going to light my candle. I'm going to add a few more touches of ivy. There we go. And I'm going to back you up so that you can see the completed vignette. In fact, I'll pull it out just a little bit. We've got our home that represents our family that gathers here with us in the kitchen. We have our signage for, as Denise has requested. The only thing I haven't done is to add a few of those falling leaves that I want that candle to just be a part of. So I'm going to take some of these, I'm going to put them in under that candle, and I'm going to call it quits. That's going to be enough for our vignette. Our fall leaves are there. And my little birdies here. I want you to see both sides. And it has to be beautiful on both sides because people are going to come in from this direction. So there's our grapes, our little candle, and our little birdie that's always on this, a part of this vignette. I have to find his spot, give him his place. Okay, we're ready. I think I like the way it looks. So, thank you to Denise Jordan for inviting the creators to be a part of her creation of fall vignettes. I hope that you have enjoyed your time in the Ebony, Ivy, and Thyme kitchen. So, have a blessed and wonderful week.